Good morning, students. Let us discuss another epoxidation reaction today, that is the She epoxidation. She epoxidation is the asymmetric epoxidation of olefins or alkenes using a chiral dioxirane generated in situ from an oxone. This oxone is a mixture of potassium peroxomonosulfate, or we can say that this oxone is KHSO5, KHSO4 and K2SO4 in the ratio 2:1:1, and this reaction is known as epoxidation. And we can say that in this reaction or She asymmetric epoxidation will take place in the presence of acetonitrile, or it is found to be a best solvent, CH3CN, or for unfunctionalized trans olefins we will get high percentage of enantiomeric excess is found to be obtained in this particular reaction. So we can say that this chemical reaction can be described as an asymmetric epoxidation of alkenes with the oxone and a fructose derived catalyst. This fructose derived catalyst means fructose on reaction with the acetone and PCC, that is, it will be forming a ketone. D-fructose is undergoing reaction to form, in the presence of an oxone, to form a fructose derived organocatalyst. This ketone can be prepared from D-fructose by ketalization, that is ketalization of D-fructose in the presence of acetone and HClO 4H0 degree, and followed by oxidation at using PCC. This ketone can be used catalytically, or oxone is used as the stoichiometric oxidant in the particular reaction, and this optimum pH for the dioxirane epoxidation is found to be 7 to 8. This is the reaction. Here the alkenes, substituted, di-substituted or tri-substituted alkenes will undergo the reaction. That is the main feature, that is trans and tri-substituted olefins work very well in the case of She epoxidation. This is a fructose derived catalyst. This on reaction with the oxone will give, or will donate the oxygen towards the alkene, and at higher pH oxone will tend to undergo a decomposition, and at a pH ranging between 7 to 8 the She catalyst will decompose due to, or it will compete with the organic reaction you have heard, that is Baeyer-Villiger oxidation. And if you are increasing the pH to 10.5, the ketone is sufficiently reactive to undergo oxone decomposition. So oxone means we know that it is a commercial mixture of 2:1:1 ratio of KHSO5, KHSO4 and K2SO4 in the presence of solvents like dimethoxymethane and CH3CN. The mixture provide higher enantioselective excess that I have already explained. Then in this, the addition of sulfate group by the oxone will facilitate the formation of the dioxirane ring by acting, or it will act as a good leaving group during the ring closure, or we can say that the oxygen from the dioxirane group is generated on the organocatalyst and this is transferred to the alkene. So that is thought to be considered as a concerted reaction, and although we can say that the presence of an oxygen or donation of the oxygen will take place through a SN2 mechanism, and for this particular epoxidation the optimum pH is 7 to 8, or otherwise if the pH is increased it will undergo decomposition. And this She epoxidation allows the synthesis of epoxide from various alkenes using a fructose derived organocatalyst with oxone and as the primary oxidant. These are the features of She epoxidation, that is the trans and the tri-substituted olefins will undergo reaction very easily. Higher pH the oxone tend to undergo decomposition, and at optimum, that is 7 to 8, She catalyst decomposes due to Baeyer-Villiger oxidation. And coming to the preparation of D-fructose derivative, that is D-fructose derivative, that is this active catalyst is formed in situ. And how this catalyst is prepared? This catalyst is formed by reaction with acetone under basic condition. That is, it will act as the with the hydroxyl group of the fructose ring will act as the nucleophile, and their nucleophilicity can be increased by the basic condition created by potassium carbonate used in the reaction. Potassium carbonate is used in the reaction, that is the function of potassium carbonate. And the electron withdrawing substituent alpha ether group encourage the formation of the ketone from pyridinium PCC, and by increasing the electrophilicity of the carbonyl carbon, that is by stabilizing the delocalization of the particular reagent, or delocalization will take place, and the reaction is we can say that it is mediated by a D-fructose derived catalyst that is produced in situ, which will produce an RR enantiomer of the resulting epoxide. Solubility of olefin, organic substrate and oxidant differ, and thus a biphasic medium is needed here. Generation of the active catalyst will take place in the aqueous layer, and it is shuttled to the organic layer with the reactants by tetrabutyl ammonium sulfate. The ketone catalyst is continuously regenerated. That means in the catalytic cycle it is regenerated continuously. So by usage of the small amount of the catalyst itself, we can carry out the reaction. So in a stepwise manner, if you are concluding, we can say that the first step is nucleophilic addition, and the second step, that is the reactive intermediate formation, and the generation of this intermediate species under basic condition will be forming a nucleophilic oxygen anion, and this oxygen, after this the sulfate group will facilitate the subsequent formation of the dioxirane ring intermediate, and by acting, or they will be acting as a good leaving group during by 3-exoteric cyclization. That is exoteric cyclization you have studied in Baldwin rules. Thus the activated, now the dioxirane ring is getting activated, and that is the catalytic species here, and then transfers the oxygen from oxygen to the alkene, leading to the generation of the catalyst again and again. This is about the She epoxidation. In the She epoxidation, we can say that as the catalyst is generated only in catalytic amounts, regenerated, only catalytic amounts are only needed. Then chiral ketones also can be used for enantioselective epoxidation. Synthesis is carried out using this fructose derived organocatalyst with the oxone as the primary oxidant. That is the peculiarity. And the fructose derived ketone was developed as highly, or we can say that it is an effective epoxidation catalyst, and this can be synthesized by different steps. That means it is starting from the very cheap chiral starting material D-fructose. That is the starting reagent here, and D-fructose is very cheap, and by ketalization and oxidation L-fructose can be synthesized from L-sorbose. So D-fructose is used for this particular reaction. In this catalyst, stereocenters are close to the reacting center. So the stereochemical communication between the substrate and the catalyst is very well carried out here, and if there is an electron withdrawing group, the reaction withdrawing group substituent, it will activate the carbonyl group. Then pH also will influence the reaction, and pH above, if it is going to 10.5, it can be conveniently achieved by adding K2CO3 as the reaction undergoing, or as the reaction proceeds, it will be adding. A spiro transition state seems to be favored due to stabilizing oxygen, and due to the stabilizing oxygen lone pair interaction with the pi electron of the alkene. Pi electron of the alkene and the oxygen lone pair interaction will take place, and this cannot be achieved by the in the ordinary condition, and this is more favored with the tri-substituted alkene, and if R is bulkier, the R substituents will disfavor the planar transition state. And we can say that the conversion of cis substituted alkenes and terminal olefins are carried out in the same pattern, that is substitution pattern of the catalyst. That's all about the She epoxidation. Next one we have to study is Jacobson epoxidation, that will be uploaded in the next video. Thank you.